Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society. In this video we're going to look at cults and the Church of Scientology. The Church of Scientology, founded by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard in 1953, is a highly controversial religious organisation that has attracted worldwide attention for its unique beliefs, intense commitment requirements, and confrontational stance towards critics. In this video we're going to explore some of the key features of Scientology, a timeline of developments, and how it is classified within sociological frameworks of new religious movements. Scientology is known for its distinct beliefs and practices, which differ significantly from mainstream religions. Scientology is based on Dianetics, a self-help book that Hubbard published in 1950. According to Hubbard, humans are spiritual beings called thetans, who have accumulated negative memories, called engrams, over multiple lifetimes. Scientology's goal is to help members clear these engrams through practices like auditing, a form of spiritual counselling that's said to free the thetan from past traumas. Central to Scientology's practice is the e-meter, a device used in auditing sessions to measure a person's mental state. Auditing sessions are guided by trained practitioners who question members to uncover buried traumas. Scientologists believe that through these sessions, individuals can become clear, that is, free from engrams, and ultimately achieve higher states of spiritual awareness, or operating thetan levels. Scientology is known for its high fees, particularly for courses and auditing sessions that are essential for spiritual progress. This model has drawn criticism, as reaching the OT levels can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, making Scientology inaccessible to many and creating a tiered structure based on wealth. Scientology's organizational structure is highly centralized, with strong control mechanisms to enforce loyalty. The church keeps detailed records of members' auditing sessions, leading to accusations of using sensitive information for blackmail. Members are expected to follow strict guidelines, and the church discourages criticism or questioning of its practices. The Sea Org is Scientology's elite, quasi-monastic order, whose members take vows of commitment lasting 1 billion years. Sea Org members live communally, often in poor conditions, and are expected to dedicate their lives entirely to the church. They work long hours, often for minimal pay, and are strictly disciplined. Scientology views critics as suppressive persons or individuals who oppose the church and its mission. The church is known for aggressive tactics such as lawsuits, harassment, and surveillance to counteract critics. This approach, known as fair game, involves treating opponents as enemies who can be lied to, harassed, or sued without ethical restraint. Scientology's development spans decades and includes key events that helped shape its growth, influence, and controversies. In 1950, L. Ron Hubbard published Dianetics, the modern science of mental health, introducing the concept of engrams and the process of clearing one's mind of past trauma. The book became a bestseller and garnered a large following, sparking interest in Hubbard's ideas. The release of Dianetics catered to a broad audience seeking self-help solutions, fitting the audience cult model by addressing general interest without demanding deep commitment. Readers could engage casually with Hubbard's ideas without formally joining a group. After the popularity of Dianetics waned, Hubbard rebranded it as a religion, founding the Church of Scientology in Camden, New Jersey in 1953. By framing Scientology as a religion, Hubbard gained tax benefits and enhanced its appeal as a spiritual movement. The shift from Dianetics to the Church of Scientology marked the transition to a client cult, offering specialized spiritual services like auditing. By rebranding as a religion, Scientology gained legitimacy and financial benefits while attracting individuals seeking structured pathways to personal growth. Hubbard developed the concept of operating thetan or OT levels, a hierarchy of spiritual states that members could attain through costly courses and auditing. These levels became core to Scientology's appeal, promising followers enhanced spiritual abilities. During this time, Hubbard established the Sea Org, which solidified loyalty among high-ranking members and enforced strict discipline. The development of OT levels moved Scientology into a cultic movement by creating a closed system of progression requiring high levels of financial, emotional, and social investment, and this deepened members' dependence on the organisation. In 1966, Hubbard created the Guardian's Office, an organisation within the church responsible for protecting Scientology's interests. The Guardian's Office engaged in covert operations, including gathering information on critics and government agencies, leading to intense scrutiny and legal issues. In the 1970s, the church implemented Operation Snow White, an extensive plan to infiltrate government agencies worldwide. This operation aimed to purge negative records about Scientology. In 1977, the FBI raided Scientology offices, uncovering evidence of infiltration and espionage. As a result, 11 high-ranking Scientologists, including Hubbard's wife, were convicted of criminal activities. Hubbard died in 1986, leading to a shift in power to David Miscavige, a high-ranking Sea Org member. Miscavige centralized church authority and focused on expanding its influence, increasing its wealth through donations, and enhancing its legal defense capabilities. After years of legal battles and aggressive tactics against the Inland Revenue Service, Scientology achieved tax-exempt status in the US, saving the church millions in taxes. This milestone was seen as a major victory for the church, solidifying its legitimacy as a religion in the US. In the early 21st century, Scientology attracted celebrities like Tom Cruise and John Travolta, who used their influence to promote its beliefs. However, media attention also grew, and former members and investigative journalists exposed Scientology's abuses, financial exploitation, and harsh treatment of members. In 2009, a series of articles by the Tampa Bay Times, known as the Truth Rundown, exposed allegations of abuse by David Miscavige and other high-ranking officials, prompting more former members to speak out against the church. Although Scientology continues to operate, it faces declining membership and ongoing public scrutiny. Ex-members, including high-profile figures like Leah Remini, have brought attention to the church's practices, and public interest in the church has waned, despite its continued wealth and property holdings. Scientology's initial appeal through Dianetics targeted individuals seeking self-improvement, requiring minimal engagement. As a mass-market book, Dianetics exemplified the low-commitment nature of an audience cult. As Scientology evolved, it began selling services, auditing and courses, creating a system where individuals could purchase spiritual progress. This transactional nature aligns closely with client cults, particularly in the way that financial contributions determine members' access to higher states of enlightenment. And the church's strict organizational structure, demand for total allegiance, and aggressive defense of its beliefs mark it as a cultic movement. Members, especially in the Sea Org, are expected to abandon outside relationships, dedicate their lives to the church, and adhere to its hierarchical demands. The Church of Scientology's history highlights the complex dynamics of cults and new religious movements, particularly those led by charismatic leaders. Scientology's methods, from financial exploitation to strict social control, have led to widespread criticism and legal scrutiny. Sociologically, Scientology serves as an example of a high-control cult, but has many features of religious sects. It relies on strong internal discipline, a rigid hierarchy, and loyalty to its leadership to maintain unity and growth. For sociologists, studying Scientology provides insights into the dynamics of new religious movements, the psychological impacts of charismatic authority, and the sociological forces that can foster both loyalty and abuse within closed communities. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on beliefs in society, looking at cults and the Church of Scientology. Thanks for watching.